The issue of travel restrictions for Filipinos is becoming more urgent as countries tighten their immigration rules and diplomatic ties shift. In 2025, several nations are placing major obstacles for Filipino travelers. This video dives into the reasons behind these travel bans, what they mean for Filipinos, and the larger picture of global mobility. So let's take a look at the top 10 countries where Filipinos are banned from entering in 2025. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's get started. Number 10, United Arab Emirates. The UAE has increasingly become a challenging destination for Filipinos due to rising travel restrictions. Although it's still a popular spot for work and tourism, several policies make it harder for Filipinos to enter the country. Visa requirements. Filipinos are required to obtain a visa before entering the UAE. The available types of visas include tourist visa, usually valid for 30 days, but applicants must provide proof of accommodation and a return flight. Employment visa, essential for those looking to work. This requires sponsorship from a local UAE employer. Transit visa, needed for layovers that exceed a certain period. This can be tricky when traveling on connecting flights. The visa application process is often time-consuming and demands a variety of documents, such as bank statements, employment letters, and health insurance coverage. Economic factors. The UAE's economy plays a huge role in limiting Filipino access. While there are plenty of job opportunities in industries like hospitality, construction, and healthcare, competition is intense. Many Filipinos find it harder to land jobs that meet the strict standards set by UAE authorities. Labor rights concerns. Labor rights in the UAE remain a significant issue. Many foreign workers report facing challenges similar to those in Saudi Arabia, such as wage theft. Delayed or unpaid salaries are common complaints among overseas Filipino workers. Poor working conditions. Many workers endure unsafe working environments and substandard living conditions. Lack of legal protections. Foreign workers often don't have the legal safeguards to protect them from employer exploitation or abuse. These issues have led to more scrutiny of visa applications, making it increasingly difficult for Filipinos to obtain approval due to concerns over labor practices. Cultural integration challenges. While the UAE boasts a multicultural environment, cultural integration can still be tough for Filipinos. The fast-paced lifestyle and differing social norms can make it hard to build strong community ties and adjust fully to life in the UAE. Number 9, Japan. Japan is often seen as a dream destination, known for its rich culture, cutting-edge technology, and plentiful economic opportunities. However, for many Filipinos, several major obstacles make it difficult to live and work there. Immigration challenges. Japan's immigration laws are notoriously strict. Getting a work visa or residency permit involves a long, complicated process with a lot of paperwork and proof of employment. This tough application process creates significant barriers for many Filipinos who dream of settling in Japan. Language barrier. Another huge challenge is the language. While English is common in the Philippines, Japanese society predominantly speaks Japanese. This language gap can make everyday interactions difficult and limit Filipinos' access to basic services in Japan. Cultural differences. The cultural differences are also tough to overcome. Japan values conformity and strict social norms, which can feel very different from the more relaxed and family-oriented Filipino culture. These differences can lead to Filipinos feeling out of place and isolated as they try to adjust to life in Japan. Number 8, Italy. Italy is famous for its breathtaking landscapes and deep cultural history, but it also brings unique struggles for Filipino travelers and immigrants. Complicated visa process. Italy's immigration laws are complicated and demand a lot of paperwork for visa applications. Many Filipinos struggle to understand these rules, causing frustration as they try to enter or settle in Italy legally. Economic challenges. The economic situation in Italy adds another layer of difficulty for Filipinos hoping to migrate. High unemployment and an unstable economy limit job opportunities for foreigners, making it tough for Filipinos to find work in Italy. Cultural adjustment. Integrating into Italian society can also be tough for Filipinos. The Italian way of life, with its social norms and customs, can be very different from what many Filipinos are used to, creating challenges when it comes to adapting and feeling truly at home. Number 7. Australia. Australia has always been a top choice for Filipinos looking for work, education, or a vacation. However, by 2025, a variety of visa restrictions make it harder for many Filipino travelers to enter the country. Visa rules. All Filipino citizens must obtain a visa to enter Australia, whether for tourism, studying, or work. The visa application process is tough, requiring lots of documents like proof of finances, health insurance, and even character references. In recent years, Australia has made its immigration policies stricter, leading to longer waits and a closer look at each application. Work and holiday visa delays. While there have been talks about a special work and holiday visa for Filipinos, allowing them to work and travel in Australia for up to a year, the program is still not fully available. This means many young Filipinos are still missing out on this chance. Economic issues. Australia's economy is also making it harder for Filipinos. Rising living costs and fierce job competition make it tough to secure a job that would support a visa application. The job market is becoming more competitive, with a preference for applicants from countries with special agreements or certain skill sets. Cultural challenges. Adjusting to life in Australia can be difficult for Filipinos due to cultural differences. The Australian lifestyle can feel very different from what Filipinos are used to, and this can lead to struggles with fitting in. Language barriers also add extra challenges in both work and social situations. Number 6. Malaysia has long been a favorite destination for Filipino migrants, thanks to its close proximity and cultural similarities. However, by 2025, political tensions and shifting immigration policies have created significant hurdles for Filipinos wanting to enter the country. Political strain. The relationship between the Philippines and Malaysia has become increasingly tense due to disputes over territories and concerns about labor rights. These tensions have triggered stricter immigration regulations for Filipinos. The Malaysian government has introduced policies that limit the entry of foreign workers, particularly in areas where they believe local citizens should take priority. Employment restrictions. Many Filipinos head to Malaysia in search of work, particularly in fields like construction, manufacturing, and services. However, recent changes in labor laws have made it harder for foreign workers to secure permits. With the government focusing more on hiring locals, the number of job opportunities available for Filipinos has sharply decreased. Visa application hassles. Applying for a visa to Malaysia has become a challenging and time-consuming process. Filipino applicants are often subjected to closer scrutiny due to concerns about illegal immigration and overstaying. This extra attention has led to longer waiting times or even outright visa rejections. Cultural barriers. Although there are cultural similarities between the two countries, Filipinos still face challenges in fully integrating into Malaysian society. Social norms differ, which can make it difficult for Filipinos to feel completely accepted, despite the shared history and close geographical ties. Number 5. Qatar. Qatar has rapidly emerged as a key destination for overseas Filipino workers, thanks to its booming economy and the high demand for labor. But by 2025, several tough restrictions are making it harder for Filipinos to travel to Qatar. Visa requirements. Filipinos must secure a visa to enter Qatar, whether for tourism, work, or family visits. This rule applies to everyone, meaning without the proper visa, Filipinos risk being turned away or facing legal trouble when they arrive. The visa process itself can be complex, demanding various documents like proof of accommodation, financial stability, and sometimes even a local sponsor. Types of visas for Filipinos. Tourist visa, valid for up to 30 days, no extensions allowed. Family visit visa, requires a minimum salary to sponsor family members. Student visa, needs an acceptance letter from a Qatari institution. Business visa, arranged through an employer or local sponsor. Electronic travel authorization, available for those with visas from certain countries. Health protocols. On top of visa requirements, Qatar has strict health protocols, especially for travelers from countries like the Philippines. As part of their COVID-19 response, unvaccinated travelers from high-risk countries face long hotel quarantines upon arrival. If you're vaccinated, you might face a shorter quarantine depending on your status. Economic challenges. Qatar's economic environment also plays a role in limiting Filipino access. While jobs are available, competition is intense due to the large number of foreign workers flooding the country. Many Filipinos are finding it tougher to secure work that meets the strict qualifications demanded by Qatari employers. Cultural challenges. Adapting to life in Qatar can be difficult for Filipinos due to the stark cultural differences. Qatar's conservative society is quite different from the more liberal Filipino lifestyle, which can lead to feelings of isolation. Additionally, language barriers can make it hard to navigate everyday life and access basic services. Number 4. Singapore. Singapore is often regarded as an attractive destination, thanks to its thriving economy and exceptional quality of life. However, by 2025, strict immigration laws have made it harder for many Filipinos to enter the country. Visa requirements. Filipinos must secure a visa to visit Singapore, whether for work, tourism, or other reasons. The application process can be complicated and time-consuming, as applicants must submit a lot of documentation, including proof of financial stability and accommodation. Types of visas for Filipinos. Tourist visa, usually valid for 30 days and requires proof of accommodation and a return flight. Employment pass, for skilled professionals, requires sponsorship from a Singaporean employer. S-Pass, for mid-level skilled workers, also requires employer sponsorship. Employment restrictions. The job market in Singapore is highly competitive and tightly regulated. The government places a priority on hiring locals, imposing policies that limit the number of work permits issued to foreigners. This has made it increasingly difficult for Filipinos to find work in industries such as construction and services. Economic factors. The economic situation in Singapore adds another challenge for Filipino migrants. With a high cost of living and an ever more selective job market, many Filipinos struggle to secure employment that meets the qualifications needed to support their visa applications. Cultural integration challenges. Although Singapore is celebrated for its multicultural environment, Filipinos may still face difficulties adjusting to the fast-paced lifestyle and unique social norms. These differences can make it tough to build connections within the community and fully embrace life in Singapore. Number 3, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has historically been a major destination for overseas Filipino workers, who play a crucial role in various industries, including construction, healthcare, and domestic work. However, recent changes have made it tougher than ever for Filipinos to travel to the kingdom. Visa requirements. Filipinos must secure a visa to enter Saudi Arabia, no matter the purpose of their visit. Available visas include tourist visa, intended for leisure, but getting one can be a struggle due to strict application processes. Work visa, needed for employment in Saudi Arabia, applicants must have a job offer and local employer sponsorship. Umrah and Hajj visas, special visas for religious pilgrimages. But obtaining them comes with rigid regulations. The application process for these visas is often complicated, requiring lots of documentation like proof of employment, financial stability, and sometimes even medical clearances. Processing times are unpredictable, adding to the uncertainty for travelers. Diplomatic tensions. The relationship between the Philippines and Saudi Arabia has been tense due to various issues, particularly labor rights concerns. Reports of abuse and exploitation of OFWs have led the Philippine government to take a more cautious approach to sending its citizens to work in Saudi Arabia. In response, the Philippines has temporarily banned the deployment of new workers to Saudi Arabia until sufficient protections for workers are ensured. Labor rights issues. Labor rights in Saudi Arabia continue to be a major concern. Filipinos working in the kingdom face numerous challenges, such as exploitation. Many OFWs report unpaid wages, long working hours, and harsh living conditions. Lack of legal protections. The legal system in Saudi Arabia often favors employers over foreign workers, leaving workers with limited options for justice. Kafala system. This sponsorship system ties workers' residency status to their employer, creating a power imbalance that can lead to abuse. These issues have sparked increased scrutiny of visa applications from Filipinos hoping to work in Saudi Arabia. Cultural barriers. Cultural differences can also make life difficult for Filipinos in Saudi Arabia. The conservative nature of Saudi society is a stark contrast to the more liberal Filipino culture, which can lead to feelings of isolation among expatriates and complicate their ability to integrate into local communities. Number 2, Kuwait. Kuwait has always been a popular destination for overseas Filipino workers, attracted by job opportunities, especially in domestic work. However, recent diplomatic tensions between the Philippines and Kuwait have made things more difficult for Filipinos. The relationship between the two countries has become strained due to concerns over the mistreatment of Filipino workers in Kuwait. Reports of abuse and exploitation have led the Philippine government to impose deployment bans on new workers. These measures often follow specific incidents that highlight the vulnerabilities faced by overseas Filipino workers, fueling calls for better labor protections. For those already working in Kuwait, life remains uncertain. The Philippine government has warned its citizens about the risks of working in Kuwait, such as possible exploitation and lack of legal protection. This uncertainty can discourage Filipinos from seeking jobs there or create insecurity for those already living in the country. Culturally, Filipinos may struggle to adjust to Kuwaiti society, where strict social norms clash with the more liberal Filipino lifestyle, causing feelings of isolation. Number 1, Oman. Oman, nestled on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, is celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes, rich historical heritage, and vibrant cultural traditions. With a population of around 5 million, Oman has become a sought-after destination for foreign workers, including numerous Filipinos who are drawn to opportunities in fields such as healthcare, construction, and domestic work. Travel restrictions for Filipinos in Oman. Visa requirements. One of the biggest hurdles for Filipinos hoping to travel to Oman is the strict visa process. Before entering Oman, Filipinos must secure a visa. The available visa options include tourist visa, usually valid for up to 30 days, with the possibility of extension, proof of accommodation, and a return flight is required. Employment visa, required for those seeking work in Oman. Applicants need a job offer from an Omani employer who will act as a sponsor. Family visit visa allows family members of expatriates in Oman to visit, but they too must have a sponsor. The visa application process can be intricate and time-consuming, often requiring extensive paperwork such as financial documents, employment verification letters, and health insurance. The approval time can also vary based on the type of visa and the applicant's personal circumstances. Economic factors. Oman's economy has demonstrated resilience, bolstered by oil revenue and ongoing diversification initiatives. However, the economic environment can influence job availability and immigration policies. Many sectors that traditionally employed Filipinos have experienced shifts due to global economic changes and local labor market needs. Implications for Filipino citizens. The challenges faced by Filipinos in Oman have serious consequences. Employment opportunities. While Oman provides employment in various fields, strict visa requirements and fierce competition limit access for many Filipinos. Job security. Many overseas Filipino workers face job insecurity due to contractual uncertainties or changes in immigration policies that could affect their legal residency status. Work conditions. Reports indicate that some Filipino workers encounter poor working conditions or exploitation in certain industries. Legal protections. Legal safeguards for foreign workers in Oman are often insufficient. Kafala system. This sponsorship system links workers' residency status to their employers, leading to a power imbalance and potential abuse. Limited recourse. Expatriates often struggle to seek legal remedies for exploitation or unfair treatment, largely due to language barriers and unfamiliarity with Omani laws. Health and safety concerns. Health issues are increasingly relevant, especially in light of global events such as pandemics. health protocols. Travel restrictions tied to health emergencies may prevent Filipinos from entering or staying in Oman. Access to healthcare. Expatriates may find it difficult to access healthcare services due to insurance limitations or communication difficulties. So, this was a comprehensive list of 10 countries where Filipinos are facing travel restrictions in 2025. Understanding these limitations is crucial for anyone considering moving abroad. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for updates on future videos. Thanks for watching.